The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I am one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F you, Honor. What's up, you pollen-covered looking motherfuckers?
Seriously, everybody's like this. Sorry, hey, hold on. We're in a different month. St. Patty's Day's gone, and but everyone's fucking green.
Yeah.
And oh wait, hold on.
No,
hey,
yellow.
Hey, yellow.
Well,
yellow, green. Greenish yellow.
Yeah.
It's like it's not straight yellow. It's not straight green.
I don't know. I'm just starting to see my car covered in that shit.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
And all right, guys. I need to just state this. Like, you see the pollen, you know it's allergy season. Please, people, don't lose your fucking minds. You see somebody sneezing in public. It's allergies. It's allergies.
Again,
like,
is everybody gonna turn into like Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Fuck, man.
As soon as someone starts coughing, just point at them, and go ah.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? So
that would kind of be fun. I don't know.
That would be kind of funny. But that's we're not here to talk about all that because tonight we've got another killer or filler for you, and on this killer or filler, we have the 1980 film Prom Night versus the 2008 remake Prom Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't change the title or anything.
Dude, when I was making the notes for this, like the 80 and the 08 fucked with me when I printed them out. I was like, wait, I got printed the same. 0800.
Yeah.
I'm there today. Okay, that's where I'm at today. I'm a little.
Well, no, we're talking about we're gonna talk about the one that has that actor that went on to kind of be a main star in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that still doesn't.
Well, there's
help.
a couple.
Well, no, I was just saying
because
you've got the 80, obviously Jamie Lee Curtis,
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I forgot about. But he's not starring. He's in there, but he's not kind of one of the main stars.
Yeah, fair.
And then 08, and this caught me the fuck off guard.
Oh yeah, dude. Because I hadn't watched this movie since it came out in 2008. Fuck if I remember that. Idris Elba.
Yeah,
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like
that threw me off.
But this was like this. He was filming this. I would assume this like either directly after or in between the very end of filming the final season of The Wire.
Yeah,
because the final season of The Wire premiered in like January of 08.
Plus his little stint on The Office.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was on there. So this was like he would not do a movie like this now. This is way below Idris Elba's level.
Oh, he's. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into
him.
it. But yeah, so let's just dig in. So yeah, like you said, the main star in the 1980 film is Jamie Lee Curtis. This is coming off of obviously Halloween. I believe Terror Train was the year after Halloween, or the same year as this. I don't think it came out after this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Terror Train's right around here too.
Right around that.
And The Fog. Well, The Fog was what 80. We just did that. It was 80. 81.
Yeah.
80. Something like that. This is terrible. No, it was 80. It was the same year.
Exactly.
That's right. It was 80.
That's why she solidified herself as Scream Queen.
That killer or filler earlier this year, but yeah, it was 1980. That's okay. So she had kind of gotten into the slasher / horror movie scene, So okay, her doing another slasher film because that's what 1980 Prom Night is. It's a slasher film.
Yeah.
It was the post Halloween slasher coitus that happened where we had like Slaughter Highs and your Slumber Party Massacres. Where like so many movies got lost in the surplus of slasher films.
Yeah, just pick out some event that teenagers like. Or
and there's a human who something's off or whatever, and they just kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's boobs.
Yeah.
Lots of boobs.
Yep.
Always boobs. And the other actor, as we mentioned, was Leslie Nielsen. So this is pre-Naked Gun. After Airplane, though. I feel like. Wasn't Airplane in the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is, after Airplane, but he's still, He
started out as a serious actor.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
After Airplane and right before Creep Show.
Right before Creep Show, yeah.
So he's still, it's not till after Creep Show
where he goes full bore movie.
Well, he was in the Police Squad TV show prior to the Naked Gun movies.
He never had any other color hair, I don't think.
No.
Besides white.
Yeah. That's it.
But okay. So basic beats of this film is there was like 4 11-year-olds who were playing hide and seek in an abandoned house, and then some other girl named Robin shows up and wants to play with them, and they start picking on her. And dude, this scene fucked me as a kid when I first saw this movie because I was like, little kids like chanting at a girl, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, and they're not
fuck.
They're not possessed.
No,
they're not anything.
They're just evil fucking
They're
kids.
just like, it'd be funny. Let's fuck with this little girl. Maybe something terrible will happen to her.
Yeah. And she just wants to get away from 4 kids coming at her screaming, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah.
So she hops into a windowsill, and then they don't stop coming, and then bam, she falls out and to her death. And that they show you that shit. They show you from the side. They show you from the fucking front. They show this little girl falling on glass, and she gets her throat slit and some other shit cut up. She gets fucking wrecked.
And the kids are very, very remorseful.
Yes, totally.
Or wait, no, they literally are like, "Oh shit, we're gonna get in trouble. Let's fucking like hide this shit.
Let's make a pact. We'll never talk about it again, and we'll leave."
Yeah, they're very like, yeah. So he caused someone to die, but you know, that might get us grounded. So we need to come up with some kind of plan.
Yeah,
they don't feel bad at all.
How bad are their parents for not telling them at 11? I understood life and death.
Yeah,
like I mean, not like to the extent I do now as an adult, obviously, and we're still learning about. You still learn about that, but like you understood, like it's bad when something dies.
Well, it's the same mentality of walking towards a girl yelling "kill, kill, kill" till she fucking falls out a window.
Yeah,
that kind of mentality.
It's fucking just terrible fucking children. So, but then at the final scene before it breaks to do a time jump, you see a shadow show up over the little girl, Robin.
Yep,
and that's it. You're like, oh fuck, someone was there, someone saw it. Well, flash forward, what is it? 6 years. And Robin's older sister, Kim, that's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
And Robin's twin brother, Alex, the whole family's having a anniversary, like not a celebration, but like a remembrance of Robin on her anniversary of her death. And they're also, when they cut from that, they're decorating for the prom.
Yep.
Right? Alex is obviously younger. Kim's the one, it's her prom. Alex is, I think, a year or two younger, whatever age Robin was. Because I think Robin was like a year younger than the other kids.
See, I thought they might be the twins, like same age, but I couldn't remember.
No, the twins are the same age, so whatever age Robin is, same age as Alex. What I'm saying is the 4 11-year-olds, I think, were older than Robin.
Oh, okay.
I think they're like a year or two difference between those. So that's why it's not Alex's prom. Anyway, 2 of the kids are dating. I mean, there's not the kids are just still shit assholes. Like, there's not much story here. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing. This is a slasher. It just goes through its beats. It has creepy stuff. Like she starts getting the kids start getting creepy phone calls, kind of mimicking Black Christmas.
Yeah, where it's like now, now
you will do. Like just weird creepy shit. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I see you doing something. But the kills are, it's stabbing. There's a really cool slow-mo throat slit, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
because like he comes up behind her, so he's wearing like black gloves, black long sleeve shirt, black slacks, black boots, and a black ski mask. That's the killer's
black ski mask, but a little sparkle to it.
Oh yeah.
That threw me off a little bit.
Dude, this movie is like the biggest thing about this movie is outside of the fact it's a horror movie. It's how much they were fucking just pushing disco. They released a Prom Night soundtrack, just all the disco stuff, man. Dude.
There is I feel like a 10-minute scene of disco dancing.
It's terrible.
That has nothing to do with the movie besides going, hey, I wonder if they can disco dance. Because you're like, can we get back to the fucking killing, please?
You know how you do a prom? Go watch Carrie. That's how you film a prom scene. Not a bunch of disco. Okay,
exactly.
Anyway, just fucking horrible. So there's a one kill, like I said, where he comes up behind her, grabs her mouth, and then he whispers like just so creepy. He's like, no. And he just like slowly slits her throat. That was pretty cool just because, again, it's 1980.
Yeah.
Again, I always say put things into context. The slasher craze hadn't gone wide open because even the first Friday the 13th was weak on as far as the kills go.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, but
except for the one Kevin Bacon kill that was awesome.
Thank you. I was about to say let's give respect to the
decapitation at the end, but that's what we get here too.
Right, but you still had it. Just seemed like there was a little more kind of blood and gore, even for that simplest than this, where like you see the killer stabbing over and over again. But they don't really show the end results. You just kind of see like the chick in the van, stuff like that.
Well, the dude. So okay, tell me so one scene, there's a couple fucking in the van, and he breaks in, he fucking stabs her over and over again on the face, neck, and chest, I guess. And
which by the way, they're about to fuck, and literally the killer opens.
But they're already fucked.
Or they were back there. She was on her back, but she's right next to the 2 double doors. The doors open up and start stabbing. So. What a boner killer,
dude! Seriously. And then they get in, he tussles because I mean the other dude was a big boy. He wasn't tiny.
Yeah.
And he starts driving around the field, and then like, okay, tell me how you drive off a cliff, and before the van hits, the gas tank explodes.
Dude, that's 80s, man. Like,
God. I was like, come on.
You could have a tricycle get thrown off a cliff, and the tricycle will blow up. I mean, anything possible that gets thrown off a cliff as soon as it makes first impact explosion. Like, yeah.
So, like I said, the big kill for me in this was the decapitation at the end. That was funny. It was good. You know,
that's kind of the iconic, in my opinion, with this movie is that scene of the head rolling down, landing on the stage, in
kept
front of
the crown on.
Yep.
The whole time. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Now, because all right, so basically, this killer is going around and killing all these kids that were involved with the murder of Robin, and that's who the killer's targeting. So, but you don't know who it is. You don't know who the killer is because back then they still believed in suspense as far as that goes. They don't give a fuck about that now, apparently. Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah,
So, and of course, in the very final scene, you get the Jamie Lee Curtis Scream Queen chase down the hallway, screaming and just but the one final scene where there's still disco music playing because no one stopped the fucking music.
It's a soundtrack.
Oh.
It's their soundtrack while they're fighting the killer. Because there's Jamie Lee Curtis jumping on top of the killer, getting thrown off, her boyfriend, fucking like back and forth. And by the way, sometimes the axe is really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Other times that axe is light as shit. Because there's times when the killer takes the axe and like lunges it down, right, towards the boyfriend. There's times where they take the axe and they're swinging it back and forth like a fucking machete, but you're like, it's a fucking axe. Like it's got some weight to it, all right?
Yeah. And so during this whole fight scene, it's just ridiculous. Lights are on now, so it's not even really creepy. That scene was kind of ridiculous. But you realize he's so focused on going after Kim's boyfriend, who is Nick, and Nick was one of the 4 kids. Not interested in Kim, right?
Right.
All right, because Kim's Robin's sister. But Robin, they end up tussling, the boyfriend and the killer, and the axe breaks free, and Jamie Lee Curtis, Kim, goes and grabs it, and doesn't actually come down on his head with the blade, hits him with the blunt side.
Yep.
Now, I'm sorry. If someone's trying to kill you, dude, I'm fucking lodging that shit in your goddamn skull. Like, without question.
But at least they're saying it's heavy. Like, she's like, well, at least she's going, this has some weight to it, all right?
Again.
Fuck. And plus, that makes it so the one of the movie posters is accurate, since on the poster it has her holding an axe, saying, oh, look. And they went, okay, we got to have a scene where she's holding a fucking axe.
At least one.
We have it on the poster.
But yeah, seriously, if I have a chance to grab an axe, and the heavy thing doesn't even make sense at that point, adrenaline should have taken over. Someone's trying to kill you.
See, I'm not even going head up. I'm going between the legs. Yeah.
She would have had to go around to get between the legs.
I'm just saying, let's see how far we can split them up.
This is like fucking Mother's Day. You ever seen Mother's Day where it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Ooh, we need to talk about that movie at some point.
I'm just saying you might, again, not get a good hit. Even the back end of that axe touches the nether regions. You're down for the count. You're not running away. You're not doing shit.
That's straight metal to your balls.
Exactly.
You're done.
So you could either make it a really, really bad day or just a bad day, but something's going to happen and they're immobile. You miss or you do something in the head, as you see the killer gets up and is able to run away. They wouldn't have been fucking running away.
He wasn't running. So he gets
stumbling
hit
away,
and he's bleeding. It did fuck him up a little bit, and he's stumbling out of the gym. Like, again, I'd run after him and lodge it in his fucking back. You couldn't make a horror movie with me because it would end in like 2 minutes. I'm fucking serious, dude.
Well, maybe they fixed this in the remake, but we'll stay on the original first. Yeah.
So, and the killer stumbles outside. He's still got the mask on, and there's cops, and all the kids are still out there. They start screaming. He falls down. Kim runs out, grabs him. And then she notices his eyes. Well, I think she notices his eyes like inside at some point. Like she recognized the eyes. And then lo and behold, take the mask off and it's Alex. He was the fucking shadow over the fucking dead sister at the beginning of the movie. He saw those kids do it and walk away, and he lived with it for 6 years till he had his chance for vengeance. Yeah. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did anybody else not notice that the boyfriend and the little brother looked pretty much identical?
Pretty close.
That's kind of gross. It's kind of gross.
I also feel like this movie had a lot of the beats of My Bloody Valentine because you have the killer within the group kind of thing.
Yeah. And I like that concept.
And credits, you get this weird kind of like 80s early sounding love song playing in the credits of a fucking horror movie. Mm-hmm. We brought up the folk song from My Bloody Valentine, but the song at the end of this, it's like, again, one of those kind of like slow dance songs. I'm like, that's kind of a weird song to have at the end of the movie.
They couldn't let the 70s go in 1980, dude.
Yeah.
Okay? They didn't let it fully go until like 1983.
Yeah.
No, probably 84. Probably 84. Anyway.
Well, I was gonna say, what year did Friday the 13th Part 3 come out? Because
that was still a disco song.
Yeah, that's a. But I actually do dig that song.
Yeah, it was 83. They released them year after year for the first like 4. So yeah, that's the original one. Now, it's not a great movie. It's a solid slasher. In there, it has the star power of the fucking OG Scream Queen, which is enough of its own hold weight, you know. And I've rewatched it. I've rewatched it multiple times throughout my life. I don't hate the movie. I enjoy it.
It's not one of my go-tos. I'll say
it's
that.
Not. No, like if I'm like, oh, I really want to watch a slasher, it's like if I'm scrolling, I don't know what I want to watch, and I come across it, I might be like, oh, okay, I'll watch Prom Night again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't hold up anywhere close to OG Halloween.
No.
OG Black Christmas.
No.
You know, like.
No.
I know
My
you
Bloody
said the kills.
Valentine even. I would honestly pick My Bloody Valentine OG over this.
And like you're saying how the kills, you know, are pretty simplistic still in Friday 13th, but the tone of Friday 13th is what gets you.
Oh, it's the score. It's not fucking disco. Guess what? It's violins. Yeah. It's urgent.
Where this
it's scary.
one, you just don't really care. It's very, very basic.
Exactly.
You know?
It is. It's formulaic as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's still better than like Slaughter High.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay. I mean, like, anyway. Now on to the, I don't know how long we're going to be able to talk about this. 2008 remake that was directed by Nelson McCormick. Oh, I don't know if I talked about who, Paul Lynch directed the first one. I think I forgot to mention that. Nelson McCormick directed 08. I have no idea what the fuck he's done. I think I looked it up and I didn't give a shit, so I didn't write anything down. But the actor,
maybe some Lifetime movies. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe he did some more fucking music videos. That seems to be a theme. Anyway, this stars a actual actress that kind of made her rounds in the 2000s but didn't go anywhere. Brittany Snow. I recognized her from other shit like rom-coms and stuff like that. I think she did like one other horror movie, maybe 2. And Jonathan Sheck. It's pronounced Sheck. Jonathan Sheck. Now, I am very disappointed in him in this because the first time I was introduced to him, it was, actually it was That Thing You Do, which is a fucking awesome movie. I don't care what anybody says.
He's the asshole
He's
lead
the John
singer.
Lennon.
Yeah.
He's the John Lennon of the Beatle wannabe
He's the
band.
dude that thinks he can do better than Liv Tyler.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I recognized him and I liked that movie a lot. Tom Hanks, I mean, great cast. But then he was in Doom Generation. That's where I saw him in the second film I saw him in. And Doom Generation is not a horror, but if nobody has seen that movie that's listening, go fucking find that movie. It is a mind fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
It's a mind fuck.
But hold on. I just got to throw this up here because he actually came up in conversation on my other podcast, Beautiful Disasters, because as a schlock abuse, I assigned Groot's Roadhouse 2.
Yeah.
And he is the main star of that fucking movie.
He's the Patrick Swayze of part 2.
Which that movie and the movie we're covering are about the same time.
Yeah. So
but things have not been kind to him.
The big actor is obviously Idris Elba. He's the star power in this film. So in this one, we've said this before with multiple remakes. If you're going to remake a film, give it its own thing. So we talked about that with Evil Dead. We've talked about that with blah, 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 blah. I'm drawing a blank. There's been
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
There's been some really solid remakes that they've done their own thing.
Night of the Demons.
We agreed that they did a twist on it. They did a spin. Okay. They did that with this movie. So I'll give it a score for that. They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to. If they do something we give credit to, we have to give credit to it.
But
okay, so in this one.
Now, can we preface it by saying I watched the rated version and you watched the unrated version?
I felt like when I watched it, I lost, but I feel like I won when it comes to compared between two of us.
Yeah.
So, the main character's named Donna. That's who Brittany Snow plays. She comes home from the movies with her friends, and she finds her father and her brother dead. And then she hears noise. The killer's still in the house, and her mom. And she goes and hides under her bed. Killer gets the mom on the ground. She watches her mom get stabbed multiple times. See, now I don't know if the PG-13 versus the unrated shows that. In the unrated, they show her stabbing, like from her point of view, into the chest.
Yeah, no, you see the camera cuts to her, and she hears her mom getting stabbed.
Okay,
so.
You see like 2 or 3 slices, then it pans to
But
her
again,
face.
we get the same idea. So.
And then this is Jonathan Shea. She's the killer. So right off the bat with this movie, you know who the fucking killer is. And that's such a waste, in my opinion. Such a fucking waste. You could have just kept the feet. Shown the feet under the bed, and that's it.
Yeah.
You had to show the fucking face. But that leads to where the story goes. He got arrested and put in jail. So 3 years later.
Well, let's go into why he targeted her is because he was a teacher at her school, became obsessed with her, got fired from the school, and then decided to go murder her family so that he would be the only option she had.
Yep.
Crazy, all right?
Crazy. So, but see, with even letting you know about the killer, that premise is good and different.
Yeah.
Like the premise at the beginning, I'm like, okay, I can see that's fucked up, right? It's fucked up. God, we got so flash forward. She's in therapy. She's fucking on, antidepressants. She's fucked from this. She watched her fucking mom get stabbed to death, and then found her father and brother dead. So she's living with her aunt and uncle. She's getting ready for prom, and then it flashed to Idris Elba's character, and he finds out that Fremont, what's his name? Fremont? Fenton.
Yeah, Richard
escaped.
Fenton. Yeah, which okay, there's a theme in this movie in which, besides our main officer, everybody else is incompetent as shit. Because literally, this dude escapes this mental institution, right? They don't inform the police department for 3 fucking
3 days. In 2008.
Yeah.
2008. Like, not like it's in the 80s. 2008. Like,
and you're like, what? and then here's the thing. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But what's worse is the reaction of, again, everybody else but our main officer, because the parents, or no, I'm sorry, not the parents. The after her parents were killed, she now lives with her uncle.
Aunt and uncle, yeah.
Yeah. And again, so it's prom night, stuff like that. So as soon as he gets information, she's already left with her friends to go to the prom at this big, huge hotel, fancy ass hotel.
Mm-hmm.
He tells her, her uncle and aunt what's going on, and they're like, she's made so much progress. We shouldn't get her all riled up. Like, first they're upset that they didn't know for 3 days. Then they're like, we don't want to get her all upset, so let's not let her know.
The uncle specifically. The wife was like, I can't believe you're going to let her stay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was the uncle. She
reacted before the news even said, almost as if she knew, because you remember slow motion drops the plate as a reaction to something's creepy.
Something's afoot.
But again, they go, okay. And so they're like, all right, we'll keep a cop car at the uncle and aunt's house, and we'll kind of just check out the hotel prom area.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best police work at all.
Yeah, and I mean, so he escaped, and they give you a quick blip about that. That was worse than the escape scene from Black Christmas remake.
Oh, you mean stabs some orderly, jump through the vents, yeah.
Okay.
So super jump through the vents, which I didn't realize he has some kind of superhuman ability in this movie. Yeah, because not just once in this movie. There's another time where
he's jumping.
For some reason, he's able to make it up a fucking top of the ceiling without any assistance that later on characters have to use ladders for.
Yeah, exactly. But get me a ladder. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. How did he do it?
So basically, he goes in under a false name. He killed somebody, got their ID, checked in under them, gets on the same floor because he just happened to be in the lobby when they talked about their room numbers. It was like, 3rd floor. There's so much cheesy shit in this. Like that.
You mean when literally the friend of the girl he's stalking comes up and advertises.
That's what it was. Yeah.
He's like, hey, we got rooms. Yeah. And he uses her last name right next to the killer.
No, he doesn't know, but still.
I understand. But I'm just saying.
It's lazy, right?
Perfect time. Yeah. Perfect timing. But the killer, nobody's going to recognize the killer because he's got a hat on.
Yeah. He's got a hat.
Could we bring up
he's got a hat. Clark Kent.
The jacket, the jacket and hat combo that just looks fucking
black
stupid.
Hat, brown coat. It was a Clark Kent thing. The whole Clark Kent thing.
Yeah.
Just a hat.
Well, you can't be Superman. You wearing a hat. Like, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
God damn it.
So.
But he always has crazy eyes.
Yes.
Whatever he's.
That's his eyes, though, dude. I've seen that dude in interviews. He looks kind of crazy.
He's opened him up a little bit more to make sure you know how crazy he is. So every single person he has interactions with, he's just like, hi, eyes wide open. And they go, he seems safe. And they get murdered. And I'm just like, did you not look how his eyes went?
Yeah, seriously. So he kills a maid, gets the MasterCard, and then he's just slow. He literally just slowly kills off all the friends.
Yes.
All the friends.
Which, again, on the rated version, not very messy at all.
There is mess, but for an unrated, I would expect more mess. Well, it's just that there wasn't that much mess filmed.
He kills the one girl in the bathroom, right? Stabs her multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Then her boyfriend comes in, like not that long afterward. He hasn't cleaned up in my version, any of the blood. But then he keeps the door locked. Boyfriend thinks that the chick's upset with them. He goes to sit down on the couch. The door opens up. Then a minute later, the boyfriend gets up, walks into the bathroom where there's no blood anywhere.
Oh, that's like that in the narrated version.
Okay. How?
Dude, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
when he stabs the maid, he's like, she is on him, and he walks out of the room with no blood on his clothes.
Yeah.
You don't stab somebody.
So you're saying, even the unrated, they're like, oh, people just don't bleed that much in this.
It just wasn't filmed.
In this world,
it just wasn't filmed.
In this world, people don't bleed as much as you would think. Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, half these kids I wanted to die. It was worse than the original where I was like, I don't care. Like, half these kids were just fucking assholes.
The best way I can describe this movie is that it is a mixture of a WB show, right? Like, blended into, just your basic ass, like, 2000s horror movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was originally it was PG-13, so it falls under the category of, like, Boogeyman and all whatever other bullshit's
and then sprinkle in a little bit of Final Destination.
Oh. Don't insult Final Destination.
I understand.
At least the kills are good there.
I understand.
Come
but
on.
you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
At the end of they literally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Go ahead. All
right. I mean, I don't know how much we're gonna go into this, but obviously, after a while, they start to pick up that people are missing, and then they find one of the other cops who I guess just got out of the academy.
Yeah.
As the guy working the front desk at the hotel just got out of high school, because everybody looks like they're like fucking early 20s or teens in these positions, but young cop finds a car that had been reported missing, dead body in the back. Then
the guy he killed.
And then they go, wait a second, what's the name on the guy that was in this trunk? They go to the desk and he's like, yeah, that guy's checked into the 3rd floor. And then it's like, all right, we got you. But they don't.
Then we get to they go in there. We get to the vent scene. He just jumping through. No, he didn't go through the vent. They tricked him because a bellboy came in and he killed him. And when the cops evacuated the hotel,
that's right. He's in uniform.
He took his clothes and walked out past him.
But here's the problem with that: he still hid the body up in that vent.
That's true.
Without a ladder.
How do you put a body in a vent? It's not even you pulling it. Yeah, you don't.
So
you
have to think he had to tie a rope around himself and the body, jump really high, catch it, open the vent, get in there, drag the body up, set it, and then come down. And you're just like, no.
Well, they were trying. See, that was a forced attempt at trying to do a slasher trope where you get the bodies are staged. Like in the original Prom Night, like I said, the kills weren't amazing, but they still had the staged body.
Yeah.
That was always the thing. The killers hide the bodies, and then like the final girl, or like between the final girl and maybe one other person who's about to die, stumbles across the hidden body. That's a slasher trope. They tried that with this, and it just, like everything else, failed.
Well, can we just maybe hint again where I was bringing up like WB? I guess I should have said more of like a DC thing, because this killer's kind of got the Flash Force going for him, because that time period of him throwing the body up there, changing clothes, and coming down, not that long.
No.
Then we get to where our main girl and her boyfriend, they leave the hotel, they come back to her house. Now they know, all right, we have to keep surveillance one
cop
officer, the new rookie cop that
Oh, before we go into it,
I guess they had two. Yeah,
but he was like the main Idris Elba's bitch boy for the whole movie.
Yeah,
the one they sent to the house. I do want to make note of that. Both those actors were in The Wire. So Idris Elba was in I'm not going to say how many seasons, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But the other character was in mainly season 2.
Oh, really?
He was a character in season 2. And he also played Eddie in It Chapter 2. That was Eddie from It Chapter 2, adult Eddie.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But let's just say we get to a scene where our main girl and her boyfriend are sleeping. She gets up, goes to the bathroom, takes her meds, closes the mirror, and as a la you have with most horror movies, there's the killer, and then she wakes up. But they add a few things during that, before that happens, where she looks at the TV. There's Can't Hardly Wait's on the TV. She walks by the window, looks down. There's young rookie officer, who's like looks up at her, or looks around, stuff like that. Then she does it. So obviously, bad dream. Then she wakes up, looks at the TV. It's Can't Hardly Wait. Looks down at the window, same thing. And I'm like, wait a second. Are we doing some kind of desperate Final Destination thing?
Oh, yeah.
And which she, this time she takes the medicine. She turns around real quick and he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, it was the
Yeah.
same beats of like, wait, that happened just like this. That happened just like this. But now this is where I'm going to go into the speed a little bit, because literally, how long did it take her to take that pill? Because she looked out the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
She goes into the bathroom, takes the pill, does a quick turnaround, and then goes back to the bedroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before she took the pill, she looked down there. Young officer's fine, right? Come to find out, no, he's like, when our main dude shows up, he's dead, right?
Idris Elba shows up after he realizes how the guy escaped.
Yeah.
He shows up, cop's dead in the car.
Right.
And you're like,
But here's the thing is then she goes back and lays down next to her boyfriend, and
boyfriend's dead.
Which means this motherfucker was able to, in the span of time of her walking to the bathroom, taking a pill and coming back, kill the cop,
And then get
Scurry
upstairs
up.
without her hearing him.
scurry up somehow up there, kill silently the boyfriend, make sure there wasn't any blood around, and then
Well, no, that's just the theme for the movie.
yeah,
No
I
one
know,
bleeds. No one
and
bleeds.
then hide like around in the
maybe
closet.
his knife. Maybe they didn't have the CG to do it, but they were trying to imply he had a mini dark saber. So when you cut, it cauterizes.
Or what's his
Maybe.
name from Guardians?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. He just and just it's like an arrow, just kill a motherfucker. Because besides that, that's a short period of time to kill a motherfucker in a car and then
Get up to the
make it
second
to the
floor.
second floor, kill the boyfriend.
Slowly, quietly slice the dude's throat without the boyfriend waking up, like getting up.
Or
anyway,
she
yeah.
takes 45 minutes to take a pill. Like she just holds the pill, stares at
contemplating,
it.
do I wanna take this pill? I really wanna
And
take this pill.
meanwhile, all
This
this
is happening.
shit's
She's
happening.
so fucking focused.
See, we just made a more entertaining version of this movie, because I would love to see that where she's like, I don't know, do I do it? And meanwhile, you see everybody else getting killed, and then it cuts back to her, and she's still looking at her hand with the pill, like, I don't know.
I don't know, guys. But but no, he's to say he's hiding in the closet. Wynn comes up, so Idris Elba's character is Detective Wynn. We didn't go over that. Wynn comes up. The killer's in the closet, and he's still like obsessed. He's like, she starts to scream when he realizes, like, quiet, double separate us. I'm like, what the fuck ever. There's a final bullshit battle scene. He gets shot eventually, and then everyone walks outside, and then some shitty 2000 song comes on. The movie's over.
Yeah. So that was at least the nice thing of hearing the last shitty 2000 song as
The
throughout
multitude of
the
shitty
prom.
2000 songs.
Oh,
Come on, man. I forgot
you know
how
what?
bad of a decade for music that was.
I will take the disco bullshit.
Yes.
Over the
Yes.
whiny
All day.
emo
All
terribleness that is in this fucking movie.
All day. Because, like, I literally forgot on purpose how bad 2000s music was.
It's
fucking bad,
It's
dude.
rough. Yeah.
It's bad. It was like late 90s, got a little like, and then they just kept going. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Anyway, so that's it. It's a shit remake. And like I said, it's a movie that it started out with a different premise. It had a different backstory. It could have been. They had a chance to make a really good horror movie out of this. They really shit the bed.
No, it's WB meets Lifetime movie, because that's the whole beat of a Lifetime movie is the he wouldn't leave her alone till she put her she had to stop him, but add in the sprinkle of a WB like bullshit like teen or so
it was shit. It was a filler. It sucked ass. It's a useless movie. Like I don't.
The only bright spot I'll say was early in his career, Idris Elba. Like,
he was good. He did great.
He was the only you're like, dude, what are you doing, man? You don't have to try this hard. It's everybody else. Is
Nobody
just
else
kind
gives
of
a shit.
mailing it in. He's just like, we need to fucking stop him. And he's like, God damn, dude, you're on point. You don't need to be, man.
No one else gives a shit.
Nobody cares.
No, but he wanted people to watch the movie and say like, I gave a shit.
And I get,
I will bring the same energy to your film.
and I feel like those are the notes. Is like, well, the movie sucked, but that cop, he's going places.
Yeah.
Because
he's going places.
He's the only motherfucker. Hey, he's literally the only person that does a good acting job. He's also the only person in the actual movie that actually is a good police officer. Everybody
Truth.
else doesn't seem to know what the fuck they're doing.
Truth.
So,
well, they're used to a bunch of rich white people, so they don't have to really worry about much.
yeah.
So that's it for this episode of Killer Filler. Let us know if you've seen the original, the remake, or both, and what your thoughts on it are at lowdownbrown.gy@gmail.com. As always, go to GYPodcast.com, go to the links page, go to Amazon and shop through our Amazon link. And we get a little kickback. You do nothing other than go through our link. It costs you nothing extra, but we get a little kickback from it. We greatly appreciate that. And then the link right next to that is TeePublic. Go to TeePublic. That's where all the network merch is. So every show on the network has merch. Some have up 3 to 4 designs, some 1 or 2, but every show's got designs. We're like at 41 now, I think. I think a new one just dropped. Or is dropping in a couple days. So, it'll have dropped by the time you've heard this. So definitely go buy some merch. We'd love to see you rocking any of the network shows merch. That'd be great. Doesn't have to be Madness. It could be any other show on the network. We have something for everybody under the GUI network. And until we talk to you again, stay safe.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here, that's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.